or all these shooting and carrying on. Oh, we don't even want to talk about these folks that run for the president. For real. You got somebody that making allegations about they had a rough life.
Just to get the black folks to vote for them.
There you go. Well, I'm sorry you don't have my vote. But then we'll make it worse. The person that run against them just as bad. So what's going on here? It looked like a comedy show to me and nobody laughing, but I don't know, maybe them? Maybe laughing at the show?
Well, you know, you have to strategically think about what's actually happening.
Okay, but you tell me what happened. Tell me what happened.
I mean, strategically, you have to look at 14 people running for the nomination of the Republican Party president. Now, I remember when Yolanda and I was talking about that, we said we could go sign up to run for president too, and we would run on the Republican ticket. And the reason why we said that was because we could steal the votes from the Republican Party, and guess what? Whoever got the nomination at that point and ran against the Democrats, the Democrat Party will automatically win.
Well, I tell you.
Now that was our strategy. Now don't you know that could be somebody else's strategy just as well?
You know what, dude? I think maybe I should run for president. Because I think the way these knuckleheads is talking, I can not only run, but I'd probably beat their butt. Well, I'd probably beat them with a branch and then beat them in the polls as well. Because when they talking all outside their neck, you ask them a question, they start beating all around the bush, but then maybe that bush ought to beat them and then make them start talking with some sense. You got one that want to send folks back to the country. Got the president trying to make sure that the peoples in Cuba can come over here, we can go over there. They're trying to make sure, he's trying to make sure people that are here that don't have no legal documentation not being sent back to the country. But if that's the case, then what's going to happen with the labor? Who going to cut their yard? Who going to clean their house? I'm not going.
Well, you know, the more that they let in here like that, it pushes the black man to that permanent underclass position. And, you know, then you have the white folks, then you got the black folks, you got the white folks, then you got the Mexicans, then you got the Asians, then you got the black people.
Okay.
So that pushes us into the lowest class status in this country. Then what is supposed to happen to us? Then we would have to start all over again, rebuilding our communities, having our own businesses, stop spending our money out here making everybody rich, and it'll be the Mexicans doing it.
Well, baby, if that's the case,
but see, the Mexicans already have gotten smart. They have their own communities. They have their own businesses. They have 3 or 4 television stations. They got 2 or 3 different radio stations already. Now, how many do the blacks have?
Baby.
BET is not black.
Baby, I know. But see, the problem is, they've been brainwashed. I sometimes listen to me, you know, I love going to the barber shops because you learn so much. In the beauty shop, you're going to learn a lot of gossip. But in the barber shop, them men get talking. They be talking crazy to each other. Man, you don't know nothing. I've been here ever since 1935. And man, so-and-so, baby, we got a dog in the studio. Producer, I thought that dog was back up in the, baby, what the pup name? Cappuccino? Cap? Don't let Auntie Mable bust the cap, because right now you're acting crazy. Go on outside. Well, like I was saying, when people are brainwashed and conditioned into you got to give all your money to somebody else. But then when you get a little something and you try to open up your own business, you gonna make a fool out of your own folks. So they gonna forever have a neighborhood because they don't know what it means to have a community. And those that do know what it means to have a community, they too busy kissing butt to the wrong person. Yes sir, no sir. And then when they want you to find out what's wrong with your peoples, they gonna send you to find out and then come back and then outsmart your dumb butt because you don't have no sense but to tell on your own folks. They don't know what it means to have a community. That's what our ancestors died for. Now what you gonna do? And they sit talking about politics. You don't know nothing about politics because society played politics with your butt for over 300 years. What is it gonna take for you to learn that if you don't do what you say and make sure you teach your children to do more watching than talking? Because you learn. Because people have studied us for over 300 years. When you gonna stop and sit down and stop talking about shoulda, woulda, coulda, and standing on the corner, drinking that poison, smoking that poison, and saying what you could did. Do what you know you're supposed to do. Now, if you not gonna vote and be a part of what is going on, then shut up. Yeah, he ain't done nothing. Excuse me, what have you done? Did you vote? Did you make your voice known and your opinions when they have those meetings? Go to those meetings. So what? They may be talking about the same thing over and over again, but you stand up and ask questions.
But we still have this black, this ghetto mentality of we're living for the city or living for the moment, or we're just living without any goals and prospects in life.
That's my boy's song. Just living, just enough. Living for the city, just enough.
That's it.
They not living.
That's what they think.
They gotta learn how to live.
But see, that's the whole point. I told some kids that living is learning. Mm-hmm. Once you stop learning, you are not living. You are just existing. And our own race seem to me, they crazy.
Yeah, baby. They're crazy.
And they don't have an issue.
Because they don't have no sense. They're not thinking. It gonna be like that movie where you take, what is that, the green pill or the blue pill? Which one is it gonna be? I don't know, the green pill will do something, blue pill will do something. One of them, whatever you take, you won't be able to turn that clock back. If there's no pill to make them think. So what they gonna do? Well, that's what I think about politics. I could say more. And maybe next time we'll get a little bit further in depth, because some of these questions that's coming up to me ain't too much, maybe like hitting the surface. But once I get in there, oh boy, it's gonna be like those barbers when they take that razor strap and take that razor and they to sharpen it. It's gonna get sharpened, and those that listen have an ear. Don't hear, but listen, because you hear with your ears, but when you listen to your heart, everything is gonna be all right. Stop listening to all these folks that doing this double talk. When you listen to all this debating, okay, baby, well, what has he done? Well, research it. What that person done? Talk is cheap.
That's right. Rhetoric.
What action has been taken? If no action, next person, and then you move on. So,
Because Trump, he is really crazy. He is really kill him.
we can't kill folks and put them on,
White people can say what they want to say.
well, they can act, they can.
And some people, and some of those white folks, they love it.
Of course. Of course.
But he looked like he got horns to me. Every time I see him on television. Horns. Peeping out of his ears.
So you think things won't change, producer?
Oh yeah. God gonna make sure of that.
Will that be 300 years from now?
No, I don't think it'll be 300 years from now. I see the change happening. I see it. I see it
That
coming.
remind me of my favorite song. I hear the chains falling. Woo! Just to think about that song, just send chills. So as them babies walk out them school buildings, I can stand tall and look at them and sing that song. I feel the chains falling. Because every move they make, them chains gotta fall. Because they not shackled around their ankles and around their wrists. They're shackled in their mind because they're not open to what is going on around them. But if those chains begin to not only shake, but they drop, them babies gonna be on fire. And it won't take no 300 years for them to make that permanent transformation, because anybody can change, but that transformation is permanent and nobody can touch it. That's what I'm praying for. Not change, but we want transformation. But hey, Auntie Mable, I think they're talking about politics.
Well,
today.
Auntie Mable, I think we have, because you've done enough cultivating the next generation.
Me and my good food, you need to go into business, Mr. Producer. So, if you want to call Auntie Mable, give me a call. And you know the number, 219-968-2729. You crazy. Or 219-964-7782. Your issue.